Greetings and welcome to the Create Your Own Challenge program. We're going to talk about step 3 today. Congratulations for making it this far. Step 1 is already a big part of putting your challenge together. Step 2, all the steps are very important, but you made it past step 1, step 2. Now we're going to get to step 3. I encourage you to keep going. And if you don't feel comfortable about the steps you did, it's okay to go back and redo them. Take your time. It's better to take more time in the beginning than something that's not good and later. So I always say it's better to spend, 2 extra hours creating or planning something than spend days wasting time, have to correct it later. So that's my encouragement for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can get straight into step number 3, which is very, very, very good. You guys are going to like it. Now, I want to say that if you're not, as you go over the distinction, so the first step, you kind of wrote out who your participants are, what your challenge is about. You're starting to feel good about it, starting to come together what you want to talk about. It's important to know what to teach. You don't want to start and then halfway through, you're like, I don't want to teach that. So you want to make sure you're clear through step 1. Step 2, you definitely want to, make a list of the distinctions that you have. And this part should be really fun because if you're not excited about your distinctions, about what you learn about and wanting to talk about it, then there's a problem. You really need to feel like excited about it. And if you're not, you're going to teach something that you're not excited about, because people will ask you questions when you have your challenge. You're going to ask you questions about certain distinctions, about certain things. You have to have a desire to talk about them and enjoy talking about them. If you truly are meant to be the leader of this topic or of whatever your subject is, you need to be passionate about it so you'd be able to talk about it many, many times. The challenges helps you facilitate those conversations so you can fall in exactly into what your purpose is. Okay, so step 2, you made a list of distinctions. Now, step 3 is to organize your list of distinctions in a way that flows from one to another smoothly. Okay, you should be able to talk about each for about 5 minutes to explain it and answer questions about it if needed. Why are these distinctions important to understand? So as your challenge, like in the beginning, we have a purpose. There's something you want them to gain. There's something you want your participants to learn. So why are these distinctions important for them to learn what you need them to learn? So you make sure and organize them in a row. So for example, right now your distinctions are just different distinctions. Now you say, okay, it's better for them to understand distinction number 3 if they understand distinction number 2. The most important distinction number 1, for example. That will open up the door to understand the others. And then you go down that list. Don't make it, when I say most important, not the hardest one or not the one at the end, it's the one that leads to it. So put them in an order, and it's possible that they might fit perfectly in an order. Like there's distinctions that you might say, I don't know which is more important, they're both important, and that's fine to do it that way. But just make sure you don't have certain distinctions in the beginning that are heavier, and it would actually having another one before would be facilitated by another one if you had it before. So just to make sure that you put them in a certain order. And like you could have 25 to 40 different distinctions that you want to discuss about. We talked about it later. If you don't understand what I mean, go back and watch step 2 so you can fully get a grasp of what the distinctions are, or you can, message me, ask me any questions that you want, and we'll go over what distinctions you know. But if you are someone who's taken seminars, who's read books, and actually takes notes on what you're writing, it's gonna come easy to you. There's gonna be certain quotes, certain things that are life-changing quotes. There's some quotes that if you just have that, if you just apply that, it would just change your life, like Bibles full, the holy books are full of it. Even a distinction is, do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. How much would the world be transformed if people actually practice that and believed it? And so to understand that part, maybe there might be a distinction before that to understand, to get to the point where you do what unto others as they do unto you. So as you want them to do unto you. So anyways, that's the step 3 is to organize your list of distinctions in a way that it flows all together. And then that takes some work because you have to think about it. This one, you have to discuss them in your head. You have to talk, or you have to look at them. You have to really go deep into the conversation. So every single distinction you have is a different conversation. You should be able to have at least a 5-minute conversation about it, explaining it, giving examples for it. You should be able to do that. Not that you're going to do that in your challenge, but you should have the ability. You should be comfortable enough with the distinction that you can talk about it. If there's a distinction you're not comfortable with, and you know where you got it from, or the other people that you can discuss it with, call them, discuss it with them, go over your distinction. These are life-changing distinctions. These are gold that you're going to give to your participants, and it's going to make a world of difference for them. But you just need enough so like every day they're coming out with, okay, wow, that was really powerful. The next day they get something more powerful to build on top of that. Oh, wow, that was really good. The next day, another powerful one. So that's how you want them to just keep feeling good, that, you know, if you can get them through day 5, day 6, then now they're like, they just want more. The next day, they're just like, I want more, I want more, I want more, you know? So that's how we're gonna, when we set up the challenge, you know, you really wanna get your people past day 5. And what's gonna happen is the distinction you're giving them, the nuggets you're dropping on, like, wow, this is life-changing. Every day they should feel really, really, really good about what they're learning about with themselves. So ask me any questions. That's step 3. Once you're done with step 3, you should have it all written down, either typed up or written down, so you have it in order. I want to see it before we move to step 4. Okay, have a great day, and I will talk to you guys very, very, very shortly, depending on how fast you move. When I move, you move. Let's do this. See you guys later.